We're gonna start to get rid of these extra suckers. We wanna have a nice clean stem. This is gonna help encourage airflow up and through the canopy. So we're really looking for one main leader. Usually the thickest stem, eliminate that other leader, and then we'll come through and we'll work this into the trellis. Hey everyone, Andrew here with Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. We do tomatoes a little bit different compared to market growers and home gardeners. We have different evaluations, a lot of trials, growing them at different planting spaces, things like that. But today I'm gonna show you a little bit of how we do things here at the farm. There's two different types of tomatoes, determinate and indeterminate. You do manage those types of tomatoes differently. These tomato plants are indeterminate. They are gonna keep on growing. Some people don't grow them as close together as we do. In your home garden, you may use a tomato cage. In your market production greenhouse, you're probably using a yo-yo or a lean and lower kind of system. Out here, we're growing them to kind of a determined height, and we're gonna evaluate those fruit sets that are all in between. As you see, this has kind of been planted and just letting it go. In Missouri, we have a lot of rain and high humidity, so we kind of tend to defoliate and de-sucker. We're removing some of these suckers. If you don't know, suckers are like leading branches that come off of tomatoes. It's also a great way to propagate and multiply one plant. You can start to remove these suckers and you can stick them in the ground. We'll tend to maybe defoliate them a little bit heavier, but boom, you can start over from one plant. You can make multiple plants. But that's not our goal here right now. Cattle panels and T-posts are kind of a heavy, pricey investment, but the longevity of this system is a little bit more sustainable, and we can use these for years and years and years. Practically last forever. This is the Star Relais. So this is a great, tasty tomato. We're also kind of starting to see like some early diseases. So heirlooms are really susceptible to fungal diseases. So we want to try and get in here. We're going to evaluate, maybe spray a biological fungicide to kind of overwhelm the biology that we don't want. So for now, we're gonna start to get rid of these extra suckers because we want to have a nice clean stem all the way up to the trellis. This is gonna help encourage airflow up and through the canopy. And so we're really looking for one main leader. Sometimes we train into 2 leaders, but out here in this field plot, they're about 12, maybe 16 inches apart. So we're really looking for one main leader. And so what I try to tell the team is we're looking for that strongest leader. It's usually the thickest stem. That was the third, and then we start to get a split. And so we're seeing the flowers and fruit sets on some of these varieties early on. So we're gonna eliminate that other leader, and we're gonna go down to one main leader. And so this one got beat up, so we've lost some of the flowers, but it's actually setting new flowers. And then we'll come through and we'll work this into the trellis. So right now we're getting rid of the suckers. And so then we're looking for which main leader we want to have. This one's split into 2, so I'm looking for early flowering, which one's the healthiest, strongest stem. It also looks, we've got tomato hornworm damage. So this is another thing that we're looking for in this plot. This is only the second one I've found so far. Really the best way to control this is we use BT. These tomato hornworm, they will strip your plants down in a night. And so looking for that main leader. I'm gonna take this one out because the tomato hornworm was really chewing it down. So it was the one that it liked the most. Actually, I chose the wrong one. Whoopsies. It's real life. Everybody makes mistakes in the garden. You just tend to not take it so seriously. We're gonna get rid of any kind of early blights that we're seeing. We're gonna get rid of those suckers. Once again, we're looking for a great main leader. So we have the split, and we got 2 main leaders. This leader over here is healthy. It's got the first fruit set. It's got really nice flower sets coming through. And so we're gonna eliminate the one that's not even fruiting yet. And so that's gonna send more energy up into this main leader. We can get rid of those suckers. Here's a couple more for now, and then I'll kind of let the rest recover and move on. This is also a time to look at some of these early fruits. So we're noticing maybe some blossom end rot. So maybe we need to come in here and do like a chelated calcium foliar spray, or work into another calcium nutrient that we can put in through the dosatron and get it into the beds. So some varieties are hungrier than other varieties. So some things we might need to feed, and that's where doing a foliar, you can kind of hit plants specifically that need it. When you're fertigating the whole system, we try to do a broad feeding that most of them are all gonna like. During the cleanup is a good time to notice some of those changes that some things are requiring. Another thing that really helps with tomato diseases is working with clean tools. So if you have the opportunity to sanitize your tools in between plants, that's gonna really help control and eliminate some of the disease that are spreading throughout your field. Eventually we'll come through and we'll kind of open up this canopy. We'll use a tapener to kind of secure it. Sometimes we'll eliminate more leaves and more suckers as we start to get higher, but we want to keep as many leaves as possible for now. These are the solar panels of the plants. This is what's going to build the energy for better flower, for better fruit set. Okay, so we're kind of just showing an example of determinate types. So determinate types have a determined height that they're gonna hit. They could be anywhere from 1 foot with your micros, or smaller, to maybe just 4 or 5 feet tall. Right here we're looking at our purple rains. You know, it's a great purple determinate type tomato. This is a great one if you want to prune less. You can grow them easily in a tomato cage and they grow right up through. We're in Missouri, we have high moisture, high humidity, so we start to clean up them early on to get airflow underneath them. You don't have to do this, but this is what we do here at our farm, and these are some of the successes that we get with our tomatoes, determinate type. We'll then start to let them go into like almost a crown, and so they can easily start to come in and spread, and we'll just kind of work in attaching them. These don't always need to be tapened with the tapeners that we use. Sometimes we can just use a string and tie the string. So we'll just tie them and just attach them to keep them from flopping back to the ground. Lots of different tomatoes, lots of different ways, different farms, different gardens, different trellising and pruning techniques. Just find out what works best for you. This is kind of what works well for us. Don't take it so seriously. We're all human, we all make mistakes. So have fun in the garden, plant more seeds, eat yummy tomatoes.